Listen, it went down this weekend.
Oh shit.
MVP, most valuable promotions put together a night of professional MMA fighting. Now, you seemed, listen, when you texted me on Saturday, you seemed like you were pretty into it.
I was having a great time
Okay, so then why are you so down on it now? What happened?
because that. Go ahead, but it's just the way that. Are we going? Are we getting straight into it? Because you got a whole card here. So are we getting straight
No,
into
no,
it, or are
no,
we talking about
no,
something
no.
else?
We're here. We're here to talk about. I do have the card, and for the record, the preliminary card on YouTube I did not see because I did
I
not
didn't
know
even.
that it
Yeah, I
existed.
didn't even know there was
I didn't even
another
know
one
what
on YouTube.
I didn't
I would
even
have
know
watched
there
it. I didn't know.
was.
Yeah.
So just really quickly, since we're talking about it, the opening. I'll do the YouTube thing first. Catch weight division, 165 pounds. Brandon Jenkins defeated Chris Avila. Split decision at the end of 3 rounds. Catch weight also catch weight, 130 pounds. Eileen Pereira and Jade Mason Wong. Another split decision. Featherweight, David. Oh, I'm gonna fuck this up. Goyan. Do we even pronounce that first letter? Is it like nine? Is it like Goyan?
It's good. That sounds okay.
Okay, fine. Well, he's the winner by unanimous decision over Albert Morales. The first 3 fights here on YouTube went all the way to the judges, but Jason Jackson from the welterweight division put that shit to a screeching halt by defeating Jefferson Crichton with a knockout punch 20 seconds into the first round. Foreshadowing. And then catch weight, 130 pounds. Adriano Morales defeated Fumi Nakuda. Technical submission, rear naked choke. He got him in the. He got him one. Can you imagine? It's round 3, 4 minutes 59 seconds. He needed one more second to take it to the cards, and he tapped out. So that's a rough night on YouTube. And then, of course, for the main event of the preliminary YouTube welterweight division, Namo Fazil defeated Jake Babian by submission, anaconda choke, 58 seconds in the second round. Now, to the main card. Our opening bout is a heavyweight bout. Robles de Spene, I don't know, defeated Junior Dos Santos, knocked him out. First round, 2 minutes, 59 seconds in a barn burner of a fight. Did see this one. Lightweight, Saladin Parna. And mind you, I saw these on the weekend and I heard the name 15 times. I still don't fucking know how to pronounce them. Saladin Parnassi defeated Kenneth Cross. TKO punches. That's ref stoppage usually. They just decide to call the fight. 4 minutes, 18 seconds into the first round. So we're clear, on the YouTube card, 6 fights, 4 of them went
I
to
was going to
decisions.
say, if I watched the YouTube one, the Netflix one would have felt a little
garbage.
Different.
Yes.
Well, no, I wouldn't even say garbage. It would have actually just been a change of pace, which is fine. The problem is
you got
the pace that I got was like they were just
right. So that first fight,
out of here.
Knockout, 2 minutes 59 seconds into the first round. I said the second one lightweight, also a first round TKO. This time 4 minutes 18 seconds, and then the heavyweight bout. Now, when you had texted me, this is the fight that was coming up next. So I had to go back to watch the other 2. But this is where I started watching, which was here. Now, as I told you over the phone, I'm not a big MMA guy. I know the stars.
I'm not too much either, yeah.
Right, okay. So I know who Francis Ngannou is.
Yes.
I know who this is.
Absolutely. The fucking monster.
The Predator. I was like, okay, I'm going to enjoy this fight, and I'm putting him over to my wife because she doesn't watch any of this shit. I said, oh, no, you're going to see something great here. This is going to be a great fight. And then I saw Felipe Lins, and I said, what the fuck is this?
I hope he got paid well to get these 30 pounds lighter.
I looked at my wife, and my wife looked at me and said, are they for my wife doesn't know jack shit about any of this. She took one look at him and then one look at Francis and said, are they serious right now? I said, they're gonna do this. This is for real. And this fucking guy came out there, and I said,
he tried his best, man.
What did Gilbert Arenas says? Lunch meat. I was like, what is this?
Well, hold on, because for a split second, even Ngannou, I think, kind of said it at the end. For 1 second, one frame, he tapped him. Very little, but it was to the point where I think Ngannou was like, okay, let me take care of this, because if I get made to look like an asshole here. He even said he's a lot tougher than I thought. I think he caught one, and it was like, okay, let me button up here. Let me seal this.
Let me stop fucking around with this guy
before this becomes a fucking problem. And he said he was like, oh, I heard his side say, what is it? 10 seconds. And he was like, all right, let me finish this. He's like, no, you're not getting 2 rounds out of me, buddy. You're not surviving 2 rounds. That shit was funny.
What a joke of a fight. And I went, oh my God. Now, it was the post-fight that caught my attention, because I did not know that Jon Jones was in the building. Now, folks, I'm like the video says, I may not know my flowers, but I'm a bitch when I see one. I may not know my MMA, but I know a Jon Jones when I see it. And I said to myself, no way. They didn't get Jon Jones to be a part of this event, because I know he's retired, but technically speaking, he owes UFC a few more fights. So even he can be retired and be taken off the books. I don't think legally he's going to be allowed to fight somewhere else. I don't know the specifics on that, but I know if I'm Dana White, if you don't fight for me, you ain't fighting for somebody else. That's just
and the guy in the pin, I don't know, the guy in the middle, he said it like 6 times. He's like, oh, get Netflix to buy it out. Get Netflix to get you some lawyers. And he skated right past that shit every single fucking time.
Because
like,
who knows?
Be cool, bro.
Maybe that's part of the strategy. And he's out here spitting game to everybody like, fuck up, man. Like, come on, man. Settle the fuck down.
That's funny.
But yeah, so he called out John, and that's fine. That's a fight that I personally would love to see. Old mushroom head Lens over here.
Nah, not really, because, and we'll get to it in a second, but if you're telling me how long has he been out? Like, was
John?
Yeah,
it's been a minute
like
now,
a couple, like 10 years maybe.
Let me find out for you right now.
But my point to that, while you look it up real quick, is I don't want to see that match. Like, I mean, do you know how long it would really take him to kind of get his footing back to go up against Ngannou? Would fucking destroy him. Like, he's active right now.
Jon Jones' last fight was November 16th, 2024 at UFC 309, where he defeated...
Damn! Oh, wait, 2024.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
Okay, so it wasn't that bad then. It wasn't that
Not
bad
even 2 years.
Never mind.
Not even 2 years, because it was November, so it's only been like a year and a half since his last fight.
I just don't want to see no shit like the fucking last thing we're about to get to here in a second. So,
well, you see, the PTSD is real right now. So, moving on to the fight after. Remember what I just said 2 seconds ago? That rule does still apply. So, imagine my shock and surprise. I'm watching this pay-per-view here. By now, I am very neatly inebriated. So now I'm really into this shit.
And you weren't even planning to be into this shit.
And let me tell you, because I started drinking during the Ngannou fight.
Oh, damn, you didn't waste no time. You did that. You got lit pretty quick.
No, I was already drinking when you texted me.
Oh, okay.
But then, we got heavier. I went to the store and got more because it's fight night now, right? I took Steph. I said, "You want to watch the fights?" She's like, "Yeah, let's watch the fights." So I said, "Hold on, let me go to the store first."
Yeah. We can't watch fights and not drink.
Got to get ready. Got to be in it. So I was nice right before this next fight, which was chef's fucking kiss, because it was Nate Diaz and Mike Perry. Now, as I said before, I know a lot of the names. To me, I know Nate Diaz. I know the name. I know the history. I know the resume. I don't know Mike Perry. So I figured to myself, all right, at the very least, I like the way Mike looks. I'll check it out the package. The guy can throw hands. He's a hell of a fighter. I said, this is going to be a good fight.
They said bare knuckle. I don't know the guy, but they say he's like a bare knuckle champion. I'm like, all right, this dude is for real.
He looks, first of all, he looked bigger than Nate. Like physically, like.
But that's like Nate's appeal, right? He looks like a
average Joe.
Nate looks like someone you should be able to beat up. I think that's why like I love Nate so much, because he just looks like your average guy, but the dude just loves to fight. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
he really looks like you should be able to beat anyone. Should be able to beat Nate Diaz up, like his frame and stuff. But the dude's a monster. He's an absolute monster. So I was excited to see him get in there. Yeah.
So I concur. The guy. It's to me the appeal isn't so much that he can fight; it's the fact that he fucking loves to fucking fight.
My god!
I've seen people talk shit to him, and he just sitting there looking at him and just goes, "Yes, yes."
This is
why something else. So when I saw this fight, I thought to myself, at the very least, I know what Nate Diaz brings to the table. I could see that Mike Perry is for real. This isn't some powder puff ham and egger. And this is the semi-main. This is right before the main. So whoever put this card together realized this would be a good fight. So I'm let me tell you something. I'm fucking excited. So I'm watching this fucking fight. And I'm watching. Looks good. The beginning. All right, we're gonna see a fight here. Because remember, the last 3 fights were all first rounders. So I'm like, all right, we're gonna see. Okay, this is it. We're gonna see a fight here. When Nate starts leaking, I said, oh no. Because it's a little at first, as they call it in the industry, a bit of a pap smear. Nothing really crazy. And then I went to go get a can from the fridge, and I come back, and this motherfucker is pouring down his fucking face. I said, oh no, this is a problem. I said, Nate, get out of there, son. Put your hands up. Jesus Christ. And sure enough, corner stoppage is the official.
And the crazy shit is he was leaking like crazy, and you could tell it was getting his eyes a lot because he was swiping and stuff like that. But they were still able to clean him up after the first one. The second one, when they got him on the ground, he got up. Mike backed up and let Nate get up. Nate gets up. You can see a fucking puddle like this of blood just right where he was laying. He's still moving. He can still move. He's still jabbing. Dude, say what you want. Nate was piecing his shit up, bro. Like his jabs were amazing. But the other guy's hooks were landing. He was hitting. That's the thing. Like Nate was lighting him up, but Mike was hitting him with bombs. Like he was just getting cracked with bombs. And it wasn't to
Mike was causing damage.
No, he was crushing his skull. And literally at the last second of the second round, that knee is what split his shit clean. And he couldn't close it. He could not close it. Not only did he have multiple gashes, but that knee, they showed the replay and he hit him right in a spot where the dude's just putting layers of Vaseline on his face, and it just would not fucking stop it, dude. The last second. If he would have went one more round, I think it would have been some type of knockout either way. Even though it did get stopped and Mike really looked like he was putting pressure on Nate the entire time, I still felt like Nate could have easily won that if it wasn't, not easy, but like it could have definitely went his way if the blood didn't stop the fight. Because although it may look like Nate was getting cracked, Nate was chipping him down he wobbled a few times. Oh man, I wish that fight didn't get stopped. This one was really fun to watch.
Also, Nate's one of those fighters, and like I said, I don't watch a lot of the MMA, but I do have a lot of experience with watching boxing. And I used to make a joke with our grandpa all the time. It was an inside joke that we used to have. If there were some fighters where the blood was just a nuisance, it wasn't necessarily a problem. Like some people, if they get into a fight, they start bleeding, they panic. and they start getting wild. They abandon their strategy and they're freaking out because they're bleeding so bad. Then there's those fighters where they're bleeding and they're, oh, all right, well, that's happening. And they just keep fucking fighting. Nate rubs me as the kind of person, like you said, if it wasn't, Mike caused all that damage. If the knee doesn't split him and the blood literally doesn't pour into his fucking eyes and it's just a cut, Nate's got a shot. Because it's just not going to stop him.
You saw him at the end too, right? Like he sliced the fuck up, and he looked like if they would just back everyone get out of the ring, he will keep going right now. It wasn't like he was beat to the point where he couldn't fight. He had a lot left in the tank. Yeah. Both of them did, so it sucks. It sucks. I don't know the history behind it. I think people I don't know if people were they were in a place that loves Nate. I did think it kind of sucked. They like booed the shit out of the guy. I think he was nothing but like sportsman-like and everything like that. It was fucking, I don't know. He kind of like made me feel bad because he was just kind of like, why are you guys booing me?
Why are you so mad?
Yeah. Well, but this was my favorite fight.
Yeah, of the 5, that was by far my favorite fight as well. I didn't get a chance to see the YouTube fights, but of the 5 that I saw, this was definitely one of the better fights. Which takes us to our main event. Women's featherweight main event bout. Ronda Rousey defeating Gina Carano 17 seconds in the first round. The bell rang. She shot the double leg, got right into position, no resistance whatsoever, straight into an arm bar. And a tap submission almost immediately, 17 seconds. Now, you can feel however you want to feel about the 17 seconds, and I think that you would be well within your right to feel that way. But I would like to bring a conversation to the table. Let me see if I still have that picture that I saw. Oh, no, I didn't save it. It was a screenshot of I saw. Anyway, I can't repeat it verbatim because I don't have the screenshot anymore. It was a good point. But Shayna, there's a lot of people saying, obviously, that the fight was fixed, rigged, that they just bamboozled people out of their goddamn money because it lasted 17 seconds.
They did, but okay, go ahead. She knew that kick was coming.
Well,
what did Shayna say? Because I'm actually curious.
Shayna had made mention. She goes, for those of you out there that believe that the fight was fixed or whatever, based only on the 17 seconds, they have MMA fans seem to have a very short memory because, and she started listing off all the Ronda wins from before. That was like 14 seconds and another 17 seconds. And let me see if I can pull up officially quickest wins. Other than the Carano one, obviously. She's got a 25-second win against Sarah Del Alio, 25 seconds against Elaine Gomes, 39 seconds against Julia Budd, 49 seconds against Charmaine Tweet, 54 seconds against Sarah Kaufman, 14 seconds against Kat Zagano, 16 seconds against Alexis Davis, 34 seconds against Beth Correa, and of course the Carino fight just the other night at 17 seconds. So this ain't her first rodeo going for that armbar as quickly as humanly possible. So one would think, if you're the coaching staff for one Gina Carano, on the chalkboard on the first day of training, you would write down, don't get put in an armbar. Like that'd be day one, right? It's like, okay, before we start lifting weights and eating raw egg and getting our Taibo on, just remember, throughout the course of this fight, what we want to remember is don't get put to a fucking armbar. That's it. You want the fight to last longer than 60 seconds? Avoid the fucking armbar. I didn't even realize it until just now because she only listed like 3 people, but there's 8 people here that she's beaten in under 60 goddamn seconds. That's pretty fucking impressive. And I would assume, because it doesn't list how she won. No, it does. Oh, here. let me run down really quickly. I'm going to go real fast because there's 8 of them. It gives the name, the time, which I gave already, the event, and the method. So here's the method and how she won all those matches. Armbar, 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 punches, and punches. There you go. 6 out of 8 of those under 60-second wins. Where's the armbar? And then she beat the shit out of 2 people until it was over. Imagine training for several months to get in the ring with Ronda Rousey and getting eliminated in 16 seconds from punches. That's what beat her. But the rest of them were armbar. So once again, I think we should go to the board. If I'm the coach, I think we should put no arm. Don't get put into an armbar on the goddamn strategy list. That might be part of it. Another issue. Another people has the money. The money. 2.2 mil for Ronda Rousey for 17 seconds of work. And Gina Carano bringing home about 1.4 mil for this amazing main event pay-per-view matchup. Well, not pay-per-view, I guess they're on Netflix, right? So I gotta stop using that word. That's not a word anymore, pay-per-view. That shit's pretty much gone at this point. But yeah, so there you go.
I don't know, man. I don't know. With that context that you give about her past fights and stuff looking very similar, I don't know, man. I'm not an MMA person, so maybe this is something that's very common. But one of my favorite comments that I saw about this fight is this fight could have been an email. This shit.
Yeah, I saw that.
You got me hyped to watch this shit, and it was just a few seconds long. I don't know. Maybe I wasn't along for the ride. Maybe this is classic Ronda and seeing her do it one last time against a formidable opponent, but I don't know, man. I just don't feel like either one of them had fight in them, bro. The moment it ended, first of all, it's not completely out of scope that she would muscle memory, see the leg come up and go for the double, and then work around to the arm or whatever. She's done it plenty of times, right? But then it was like my brain goes to the money. They're both like, I'll never do this again. And then they're just keying the whole time. Everyone's kissing and high-fiving. Like, I just feel like I'm watching a ring with 2 people who are just up. Like they did it. You know what I mean? Like they worked out a little bit. They looked good. They went in the ring. They executed the moves correctly. And now they're done. It's over. We can both go have more babies now. Like, let's go home. 2 mil. Like a 2 mil. Am I stupid to think that 2 mil for both of them isn't really a lot of money?
I'll take that. For them, I would take the 2 mil.
I don't know.
Hold on. Let's find out. Hold on. Ronda Rousey net worth. What's her net worth? Because then that'll be a 2 million could be a drop in the bucket. No, her net worth is 14 million. So I'll take the 2.
Oh man, 2's good then. 2's a lot. I don't know. I don't feel like she had way more money than that, but I'm not
sure. I love this. It goes, her estimated net worth is $14 million. When it combined with Travis Brown, who I'm assuming is her spouse, it's 15 million. Oh, yeah, he contributed. He's like, I'm bringing 14 million to the table. But with my money, sweetie, we have 15. How about that? Huh? Mm-hmm. How about that? Because I want to do my share. Anyway, old school Eddie Murphy joke for the people out there. That's a little something for the crew in the back. But yeah, no, I will say this. I want to ask MMA fans, because as a wrestling fan, last month I got to hear all the bullshit about the WrestleMania matches being too short. Not enough match time. I need longer matches. But that's pro wrestling. As an MMA fan, and I genuinely want to find out from people, is the fast, quick match because we had a few. Yeah, it happened in the main event, but it happened a few times on this night where it's first round knockout, first round stoppage, whatever. What's more entertaining for you? The wild and crazy moment of the sudden first round just destruction, or the classic 3-round fisticuffs back and forth bout? Like what's more entertaining to you? Because as a wrestling fan, just because a match went long doesn't necessarily mean that it's great. I've seen short matches be great. I've seen short matches be shit. I've seen long matches be good. I've seen long matches be shit. It's a mixed bag. Depends on who's in it. I'd love to hear from the MMA fans. Because I tell you what, I have a feeling, and this is a gut feeling, that an MMA fan is going to say, what had happened in the beginning of the night, it was dope. I don't want a 1-round finish in the last fight of the night.
But I guess but my thing is that it just depends, right? Like
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm wondering. Not what I'm saying. I'm wondering what that depend is.
I mean, if you got two superstars and then the guy comes out and knocks him the fuck out, to me that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But
is that what you paid for though? Is that what is that money well spent if that's what you got?
If I'm watching two active fighters fighting with their career on the line, and if one of them lose, it's an uphill battle to get back to where you're trying to get. And y'all doing all this press and all that shit, and you come out and one guy gets knocked the fuck out, that's crazy to me. But you have two people who haven't fought in a long time coming back, and then they have a 17-second fight, which they barely bounced around the ring. They executed something. I'm sorry. I don't care what she's done. This to me just looked like they executed something. And then they high five, and both of them are like, "We'll never do this again." To me, is what was the point? Like, I know it was like a one-off thing, right? Like, we're not going to get Mike Tyson again, right? No, I get that, but that's why to me it feels fixed. Could have been, maybe not, but that's why it feels that way to me. There was nothing on the line here.
I feel like they did themselves a disservice because it was a battle between two former superstars who had stepped away from the sport. If that would have been the sell, if the sell was, here's two of the greatest in-ring fighters of all time, but they've been away for so long, one last grasp at glory inside the octagon, and this is for the that would have been different. There might have been some sympathy towards that, but they didn't bill it as two women who haven't performed and haven't fought in a long time. No, their promotional tactic was, here are two of the greatest to ever do it for their respective generations, and they're going to give you the dream bout now. It's almost like an insinuation of they're two of the best to ever do it, and they're still good. Come watch the fight. So you went and you watched the fight, and you found out what happened.
Yuck.
Hold on, no. We have something for that now. Hold on a second.
Ew.
It was ew. Actually, not that I don't want to do the segment, but this was my wife's face.
Oh man, that's deep.
What in the fuck is he doing?
What the fuck is going on in here on this day?
That's what the world's reaction was when they saw that fight. When she yanked back, that's it. What the fuck?
This or anything.
Collectively, the whole world went, what the fuck is this? No. At least when Tyson faked it, they gave us a few rounds. That wasn't a real fight. Everyone knows that wasn't a real fight. But they, played the game.
Get paid.
Not here. Did you see the clip before the fight? CM Punk was in the audience.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw him. Yeah, I didn't see the clip.
He's like, yeah. What happened. Yeah, it was like, what do you think's going to happen in the main event tonight? It's like, oh, Rousey's going to come out of the corner, go for a double leg, take her down, go right for the armbar, quick win. We were like, So now we know who wrote the script.
Yeah,
Now we
and then
know
he
who-
was like, he said, what are you gonna do after this? Oh, go on to my wife, April. First, I was like, who the fuck is April? I was like, oh, well, that's probably what the A stands for. And he's like, is there anything you want to say to her? He's like, yeah. He's like, yeah, I'll be over in like 20 seconds, or like 20 minutes or some shit like that. I'm like, yo, is that gonna be like, is this fight gonna be fast? And then sure as fuck was.
it sure the fuck was.
It sure
And
as fuck was.
Her name being April isn't the funny part to me. It's the fact that his nickname for her is Ape. And that to me will always be the funniest thing I've ever heard in my entire. He refers to her as Ape.
Good
I'm
luck.
like, she's the smallest person on Earth. and you're calling her Ape, which is like this massive fucking jungle animal. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, all right, cool. I bet she's a beast in bed though.
Okay, well, that's what I was trying to wait for before you got to that.
Hey,
cool.
look, I have a thing for short Latinas myself. I have one of those in the other room. I keep mine on nice at the house. You know what I'm saying? Every time somebody comes to my house, is that your marriage certificate? It's like, no, that's my receipt. I keep it there to make her aware whenever she starts acting up that I point to. So look, I got the warranty. I'll send you right the fuck back in. I'll trade you in for a 1999 Asian, somewhere around that area right there.
We're getting pretty deep waters here.
Oh no, yeah, no. I already told her. I said if you go first, my retirement wife is going to be Asian. I'm going Asian next. I've had my fill of the Spanish community. I'm going to go Asian next because I figure in my golden years I'm going to want someone a little bit more docile. I need a slower speed for my retirement years. So I already did all the yelling and the screaming, and that was fun. And now we move over to the yes, no, yeah,
yeah. They got the green tea and the foot.
Yeah. She will bring honor to us all.
Yeah, I bet she fucking will.
Look, this time, if I remarry, the Ling part makes more sense, right? Because I've been confusing people for years with her having that name. With a light-skinned Spanish woman walking in with that name. Now when an Asian woman walks in, okay. Now this makes sense. Okay. I just can't do like a Vietnamese or a Filipino. It has to be something where people it has to make sense. It has to be a different type. All right.